All right, welcome to Mystical Mechanics. And this is a video about what I do, what we're doing, and what you're doing should you be a participant in one of the courses here. And in the broadest terms, we're studying and playing with how spirit meets matter. And that happens in particular ways. There's rules. It's like a game. A game is all make-believe, right? That's why we play games. It's fun. But everybody that plays a particular game agrees on some rules. And so that's what we're doing here is we've made a game. And there are particular rules that we learn. And when we follow the rules, predictable things happen. So what I've done is I've put together a couple of courses, one for couples and one for practitioners. Those are the two main courses. And for me, those have been the two areas in my personal relationship life and as me as a teacher, as a yoga instructor. Playing with how does energy or the spirit, if you will, and I'm calling it spirit because there's, I want to, and it's like spirit being animated energy or intelligence. So I want to, choosing a word, spirit, just to indicate that there's an intelligence there. There's almost a consciousness there where it meets matter. It's not just like energy when you plug an appliance into the wall and it's a non-conscious, just energy source. When you see and feel this spirit or energy come through you, there's a sense or a spontaneous inner knowing that, whoa, this is right. There's an intelligence that's moving through me. That's my experience with it. It's versus me sticking my finger in a light socket going, whoo, boy, this is a jolt, but there's no sense of knowing that comes through. So there's really this knowing that comes through me, which is why I've called the course in the past inner knowing energetics, because that seemed to make the most be the best description for me. So, and in broad terms, what this isn't, and I'm going to borrow this from Jamie Wheels, his course. I read through his webpage and it seemed to make a lot of sense. And basically his 3 bullet points were this is work where there's no guru, there's no cult, and there's no woo-woo, right? So no guru, no cult, no woo. All right. And I love that. And I also love Nadia Bolz-Weber's anti-excellence. All right. We're not seeking perfection here. We're just playing a game. This is art that has art. This is art. This is a game. And in a game, you just learn the rules and then you get to play. And it's really fun and it feels really good. And if you keep playing with it, you might just see some really cool stuff that nudges right up against the definition of miraculous. Miraculous, means it shouldn't happen because it defies some laws of the universe here. And so I want to discern that this isn't defying any laws because we can reproduce it. All right, we can reproduce it, which means it's reverse engineerable, meaning that science is coming right along and they're going to be able to study this stuff any minute now. But they're not quite yet. So we'll keep playing this game and they can just come along sooner than later, hopefully, because of the profound life changes, beneficial life changes that people get when you start to play this game according to the rules of how spirit and matter come together and play. So the no guru, no cult, no woo-woo. So no guru, I'm not going to play the guy, and hopefully you're not going to play the person that's like figured this thing out, that you have special powers. There are no special powers. All right. There's stuff that we have embedded in our human biology, if you will, that when you pay attention in a particular way and you posture yourself in a particular way, produces specific responses in another person. In I don't want to make that sound like we're puppeteering. There's a space that happens between two people, that relationship. So when you do something with your focus and or your posture, your intention, and you offer that to the space between you and another, there's an offering there that their body may recognize, their mind and body may recognize and start to resonate with, entrain with, co-regulate with. So it's not a manipulation from one to another. I want to be clear about that. And that's where, we can get into that whole guru thing, as well as cult development. So we don't want to be developing any cult. You don't want to have one person having a status difference, not one person at the top and other people are following along this one person. This is a game that I came across that other people were playing. I was like, that looks really cool and a little bit weird, but really cool. And I want to learn that. So I set out to learn it. And so now I've learned it and I'm still continuing to learn it, but I can teach it. And so just like any other game that you would buy at Toys R Us or any other store, you buy it, take it home, and you get to play it. No guru, no cult signing up. And, like any other game, doesn't require woo-woo. I mean, maybe there's a Ouija board, maybe there's some woo-woo there, but I've never played that. But a game played by its rules should be winnable. You should get excited and it should be fun to play with other people. End of story. So with that being said, welcome to the Mystical Mechanics. Whether you are just looking around, taking the couples course or looking at the practitioner's course, welcome. I look forward to maybe meeting you sooner or later. And yeah, playing this game together and hearing your stories.